Let me ask you something real. Have you ever been in the middle of a conversation and suddenly your brain goes completely blank? Your heart drops, your mind freezes, and you're like, what do I even say now? Or maybe you replay conversations in your head for hours, thinking about what you should have said, what you shouldn't have said, and how you somehow made the whole thing awkward. If any of that sounds familiar, I've got good news. You're not bad at communication. You're not awkward. You're not socially broken. You just haven't learned the simple skills yet. Because communication isn't something people are magically born good at. It's something you get better at with tiny, simple habits. And today I'm going to break down the easiest, most practical ways to improve your communication skills. Whether you're shy, introvert, anxious, or just want to feel more confident when you speak. So get comfortable, let's talk about talking and how to do it better. Now, why does communication matter in the first place? Communication is one of the most underestimated skills in life. Think about it. Every opportunity in your life, big or small, is connected to how well you communicate. A job interview, communication. Making new friends, communication. Expressing your boundaries, communication. Sharing ideas, fixing misunderstandings, confidence, also communication. You can be the smartest person in the room, but still get overlooked if you struggle to express your thoughts. And on the flip side, you can be average at something, but communicate well and people will listen. Communication affects your relationships, your career, your confidence, your social life, everything. It's not optional, it's essential, but it's also incredibly learnable. Understand your communication style. One thing people never talk about is this. Everyone communicates differently. Some people think fast and talk fast. Some think slow but communicate deeply. Some are natural listeners. Some express through humor. Some are more direct and some are more gentle. The problem is we compare our style to someone else's. You see a confident speaker and think, I wish I talked like that. But the goal isn't to talk like someone else. The goal is to understand your natural style and improve it. Ask yourself, do I talk more or listen more? Do I tend to overthink? Do I avoid eye contact? Do I talk fast when nervous? Am I direct or subtle? Do I freeze under pressure? Once you understand your default patterns, you can shape them intentionally. Communication isn't about changing who you are, it's about using who you are wisely. And become a better listener. Here's the truth. Most people are not bad at speaking, they're bad at listening. Think about the last conversation you had. Were you listening or were you waiting for your turn to talk? Listening is a superpower. It makes people trust you, it makes conversations flow naturally, it makes others feel valued. Here are simple ways to listen better. 1. Give full attention. Put your phone down, make eye contact, and let them speak. 2. Don't interrupt. Even if you're excited, even if you disagree, let them finish. 3. Reflect back. Say things like, so what you're saying is, that must have been tough, I get what you mean. This shows you're not just hearing the words, you're understanding the meaning. 4. Ask curious questions. Not personal ones, curious ones. Questions that show you're actually interested. Good listeners have great conversations even when they barely say anything. Speak slowly and clearly. Talking fast is almost always a sign of anxiety. Talking slowly is almost always a sign of confidence. When you rush your sentences, your brain tries to catch up and you start stumbling over your own words. But when you slow down, your voice sounds clearer, you appear calm and confident, you avoid miscommunication, and you give your brain time to think. A simple trick is this. Pause before answering. Even half a second helps. Pauses aren't awkward, they show control. Great speakers use pauses like seasoning in food. And remember that your body speaks too. Most communication isn't verbal, it's facial expressions, tone, posture, energy. Try this. 1. Keep your posture open. Avoid crossing arms, relax your shoulders. 2. Eye contact, not staring, but connecting. 3. Smile gently while talking. It warms the entire tone of the conversation. 4. Nod when listening. It shows engagement without interrupting. 5. Use your hands naturally. Not too much, but enough to emphasize points. Your body says what your words don't. And think before you speak. A lot of miscommunication happens because people talk without thinking. A simple 2-second filter can change everything. Is this what I really want to say? Is this the right tone? Is this the right moment? And is this clear? This tiny habit prevents arguments, misunderstandings, awkward moments, and regret. Speaking less but with more intention is 10 times more effective than talking a lot. And master the art of clarity. Sometimes communication fails not because you're shy, but because you're unclear. People appreciate direct messages, clear instructions, simple explanations, and straightforward requests. You don't need fancy vocabulary. You don't need long sentences. Just be clear, because clarity builds trust and confusion pushes people away. And start practicing small social habits. The best way to improve communication is not to read books or take expensive courses, but to practice small conversations every day. Try this. Ask how's your day with a real smile. Compliment someone's hair or outfit. Chat briefly with the cashier. Message a friend you haven't talked to. Speak up once in a group discussion. Small habits build massive confidence. Communication is like a muscle. You strengthen it by using it. And learn the confidence principle. Confidence in communication doesn't come from speaking perfectly. It comes from believing this. I deserve to be heard. When you believe that, your posture changes, your tone shifts, and your presence expands. Communication improves from the inside out. At the end of the day, good communication isn't about being loud or funny or charismatic. It's about being clear, present, and genuine. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to care. Enough to listen, enough to express yourself honestly, and enough to connect. These simple habits add up, and if you practice them even a little, you'll communicate better than you ever thought you could. You've got this, and your voice truly matters. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.